Yo, what is good, yo? It's your boy Ty, back here with another video. And in this video today, we are going to be doing our last of the position tier list. We've done point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward. Now we are going to be doing center. So if you've missed out on all of those or any of those before, make sure to go check those out and let me know your thoughts on those. We have our last one today with the center tier list that I'm going to be doing with my brother, Nate. Nate, say what's up.
Good to be here. Final tier list. Center's interesting. You got a lot of scrubs that play like 15 minutes a game sometimes. You know, just those guys that start at center and then they'll play small the rest of the game or whatever.
Right.
So I feel like we might have a lot of F and D tier type guys.
But I will say there are some very talented bigs in the game too. I mean, you look a few years ago, everybody started thinking, okay, it's going to be a small ball type of league. And now, I mean, we've got some rim protector type of players in the league that have really made a name for themselves. Before we dive any further, if you are new to the channel and have not yet, please consider smashing that subscribe button as we are on the road to 80,000 subscribers. I'll let you start it off here with Al Horford, Nate.
Al Horford, interesting. Going back to Boston, right? It's really interesting that he's going back there. I think Horford, after kind of a weird season in Oklahoma City where he was I don't even know. He was hurt, and then when he did play, it was just really weird. I still think he's D tier, probably.
He's not very good.
How old is he right now? Let's see. Did it say on here? I'm on Basketball Reference. I can't tell how old he is. He's got to be about 36, probably.
He's getting up there, man.
He'll be 35. He'll be 35 this season. I still think he's like, I mean, a lot of these guys are worse on here than him. I think you would agree. I still think he's a D tier player.
I'm fine with D tier. I'm fine with that. Now, Andre Drummond. Look, I know you don't like Andre Drummond. A lot of people don't like Drummond, but here's what I'm going to say. You look at it, just like the when I can't.
He's a backup center now.
Man.
He's a backup center now.
He is, and I can't really vouch for Andre Drummond. Is he D tier,
No, you
though?
can't. This is what Andre Drummond does, right? The reason his numbers look so good is because he shoots the ball, misses a layup, then he gets his own rebound, then shoots another layup, misses it, and then gets his offensive rebound. His numbers will way outweigh his value always. He's not a good defender. He's not a horrible defender. He's not a good defender. He can't shoot. He's a horrible finisher on the inside. All he can do is grab his own rebounds off misses.
But he's still not the worst player on this list.
No, he's D tier.
D tier. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Aaron Baines, he's F. I'm sorry. I do not like him.
I'm fine with that. I don't think he's the worst player on the list, though.
I don't know. I don't like. He's terrible. I'm sorry. The dude stinks. Bam Adebayo. Now here, I think he's A tier. Don't you think?
No.
You're gonna go B tier with him, huh?
I have Bam in B. I do. There's a way I think this list should be, and it's with Bam in B tier. I will put my foot down and have Bam in B tier.
So you don't think he's a top 5 center in the league?
I have Bam in B tier. Let's move on. We can discuss it as we move on. But I have Bam in B tier.
All right, next dude. Cody Zeller should be on this list, but Biyombo, you're an F tier player. I'm not even gonna spend.
Biyombo's F. Move on.
Brook Lopez, he's good, man.
C, right?
He's good. I don't mind Brook Lopez. I don't mind him at all. Christian Wood, C.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's got a ways to go defensively.
If Bam's at B, we can't put Christian Wood at B.
Yeah, but Bam objectively has to be at B, right? Do you agree that Bam objectively has to be at B?
I don't know. I'm gonna be very intrigued with your list because
Capella.
Are you gonna put Capella at B?
No, Capella C.
We're putting some good players down here, though, Nate. I mean,
yeah, but they're all they are is their rim rollers, right?
Right, but I mean, if we're gonna,
he's not as good as Bam.
You're right, but Bam's at B. I mean, you're right. Objectively, that's fine. DeAndre Ayton's B tier. You can't tell me DeAndre Ayton's any lower. You can't.
Yeah, Ayton's B.
Even though I thought for a time he was getting massively overrated. Somebody said he was better than Cats one day, and I about lost my mind. He played. He was underrated going into the playoffs. I think he may be overrated now, but DeAndre Ayton's very good.
The thing that separates him from Capella is his ability. He's a better defender, especially when you get he can defend if you drag him out on the perimeter a little bit.
Ayton?
Pretty good rim protector. Yeah, Ayton is. DeAndre Jordan
he's not
is
very
he F
good.
tier now?
He's not
He's
very
F
good.
tier.
Not very good. That's
He's
all I
F.
can say. Jakob
Jakob
he's
Pertl's
not very
F.
good. He's not very
Jared
good.
Allen,
He's good.
solid rim runner, right? Probably C. Probably maybe the worst guy in C.
Is he better than
I hit
Capella
some of
though?
Lopez.
I
No,
don't
he's
know.
not better than Capella.
I think he's a good C tier player. I do. I mean, he
Right.
got a lot of money, but I mean, with this list, I mean, it's going to be very bottom heavy. I have a feeling if you're going to put Bam at B, but going to be very
I think
intrigued
that
with
is the
it.
way it's got to be. I think there's just a way this tier list has to be.
Joel
There's a Joel
Embiid
and
S, right? I mean, no
Yep.
question about it. Joe Val.
Really interesting guy. C
B-
tier.
Ooh, I don't like that one, Nate.
He's gonna get fried. He's gonna get fried by certain guys.
Yeah, but he is a bully, man.
Offensively,
He
he's
can
great.
shoot it. He
Look at-
rebounds
He's the worst
immaculately.
defender. He's the worst defender. If you did Drake get him on the perimeter? You think he's B? I can't put him B because these guys defensively are a step
He's the
above.
best. He's the
I don't,
best. He's the best. Center
I
in
don't even
C.
know if he's better than Capella.
He's
I
the
don't even
best
know if he's
center
better
in
than
C.
Capella.
He's the best center.
I think
in
it's
C.
close.
Joe Val is good, man. Yusuf Nurkic.
But I think you can make an argument for any of these guys being the best in C.
I agree. I agree with that right there.
Nurk is D. Do you think Nurk's D?
Nurkic is better than those guys at D tier, Nate.
Is he though?
Look at those guys at D tier. We're talking about Andre Drummond and Al Horford. He's better.
Yeah, I
than
think
those
he's
guys.
equivalent to Andre Drummond.
Nurkic.
No, he's better than Drummond.
He's better than
Drummond. He's top of D. You're right. He can have the top of D, but he's D because he's not as good as the guys at C. Look, bro, at the end of the day, it's a center position, and they do the same thing. Centers do the same thing. They play different things, but they do the same thing. None of these guys are that impactful at all.
Nurkic is not
All these guys
bad.
could easily be
When
backups.
Nurkic fouled out, I like Nurkic. I'll say that. Cat A. Or are you gonna go S with Cat?
Cat is A. Let me explain this for a second. Let me explain this. Why this has to be the way the list is. We have to do it in talent tiers, right? Cat is far better than anyone at B, and Joel's far better than anyone at S, and the B tiers are far better than anyone at C.
Well,
And that's why you have to do it like that.
I get what you're saying, because obviously if you put Cat and Bam at the same tier, obviously if you put Bam at A tier, then either Cat's got to go up to S or Cat's got to go down to A. You know what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
And the thing with centers is they all do the same thing a lot of the time. I keep saying that, but they do. They have different play styles. It's like the same thing. Like, is Valen? What's the difference? The difference between Cat and Bam is the same difference between Bam and Valanciunas if you're looking at their impact on the court.
Okay, I get what you're saying. I get it. I get it. Looney F. I mean,
F.
Nobody can debate that.
And the reason there's so many Fs is like if you have a center that plays like 20 or less minutes a game, like you got to go F. And DeAndre Jordan, he doesn't even start, so.
Kristaps, I don't even know where to even begin with Kristaps, man. I would say I've never liked Kristaps in general.
I think he's still probably B. I don't think there's any probably. I think he's definitely B.
I don't know.
He had a rough playoffs, but we can't hold that against him. Because I think maybe coming into the season, people would have had Kristaps as maybe the closest guy to Cat, him and Bam.
But it's just like for me, I just don't know about like. He's a guy
that can protect the rim too.
He is. You're right. I just
a little bit.
I do not like Kristaps, man. I never have liked him. I don't know. Mason Plumlee.
Plumlee's probably F. He might be the best guy at F.
And say he's on the verge of D.
I feel like part of the reason we think Plumlee's decent is because he played like a decent amount of minutes, but he was also on the Pistons, so that's why. Right. So he's just F.
Another guy, Miles.
He's like the same as Biombo.
Miles Turner is good.
Miles Turner, he's good, but he's between B and C.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
because he's so good defensively and he's better offensively than Capella.
And it's like I feel like he can like just his ability to shoot helps a ton.
It does, and he's best shot blocker in the NBA.
I like Miles. I think he's B tier. I think he's underrated.
I feel like you open up a can of worms with putting him in B. Because are we sure he's that much better than Christian Wood or Capella?
Well, are we sure Kristaps Porzingis is better than Miles Turner?
Yes, we are.
I'm not.
I'll give you B. I'll give you B. But I'm not happy about it.
Nerlens Noel.
Nerlens.
F. How many minutes he
No,
play?
he's not F. He's D.
How many minutes does he play a game?
Well, just got paid. No, you're right. He's F. He's F. He's F. 24 minutes a game. I like him more than Drummond though, so that's why I don't want to put him in F.
Put him in F
He might
and
be better
keep
than
it
Horford.
pushing. Jokic's ass. I mean,
He's a shot blocker.
it's Nerlens Noel, Nate.
All right, fine. Yeah, but I mean, you look at where we have Horford.
Then you can move Horford or Drummond down. I don't care. But Nerlens Noel is not comparable to Nurkic.
Can we move Horford and Drummond both down to F?
If you want to, we can, absolutely. But then Nurkic is there at D.
Yeah, but Nurkic is a lot better than anyone at F. Isn't he?
That's what I'm saying. That's fine. If you want to do that, that's fine.
All right.
Otherwise, we got to move Nurk up.
No,
Jokic,
this is good.
Jokic is S. I mean, there's no
Those
question.
centers are basically all worthless. Yeah. Jokic is S.
Vucevic, B.
Easy B. Easy B.
I mean, he's good, but I just don't know. He's good, though. I'll say that. Rashawn Holmes.
I think Rashawn's an easy D, right?
That's where I was going to drag him D.
He's
not terrible.
He's like he like does the same things like as a lot of the guys at F, but he's just like a little bit better at it.
Right. I agree. Gobert, are you going to put him in B?
Yep, I think Gobert's an easy B.
I think so, too. A lot of people might argue A, but I don't think so. I mean,
I know because Bam's better than him, so you can't do that.
He gives you nothing offensively. He does protect the rim.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it. Now, a guy for the Clippers, I will say this, that they missed was Serge Ibaka.
Yeah.
His injury hurt them a lot.
It did. I think he's probably C still, right?
I think he is, sir. He's a different type of center, right?
He's got the ability to stretch the floor.
Got the ability to stretch the floor. He's a decent enough defender. I like Serge Ibaka.
Mm-hmm. I just think he's still at the back end of his prime, and I feel like because of he's been on such good teams, he hasn't really been doing as much as he's capable of.
Right, you're exactly right. No, you're right. Steven Adams.
I'm ready to put Steven Adams in D finally. Maybe that's just me, but I'm ready to move Adams to D for where he's at in his career. I've always thought Steven Adams was overrated.
I mean, I think Russ made Steven Adams look better than he was. Let's just
he did.
Be real. Let's just be honest with ourselves. I'm not gonna sit here and say Steven Adams is bad, but Russell Westbrook made Steven Adams look incredible.
Mm-hmm. And I also think that's why Capella's not as good as a lot of people think as well, because
You're right.
Trae Young. I think if you get a guy like that granted, it's how they fit into their system too.
You're right, but a good point guard can make can make people look very, very good.
Are you okay with Adams in D?
I'm fine with it. I'm not a big Steven Adams guy. Yeah. Thomas Bryant. This one's interesting.
No, it's not. He's F, and let's move on.
He is not F tier, Nathan.
Yes, he
is. He is not F tier.
Bro, look at who's in F tier. He's worse than some of the guys in F tier.
Is not worse than anybody at F tier. Who is he worse than?
Thomas Bryant is worse than Nerlens Noel.
No,
he's
not.
Worse than Al Horford,
no,
and he's worse than Andre Drummond.
No, he's not. Thomas Bryant.
Thomas Bryant is not better than Andre Drummond.
He got hurt this year, but you got to realize Thomas Bryant can shoot the ball a little bit. Okay, that's the first
thing.
He
can shoot.
That's the first thing you need to notice. Okay, second thing, Thomas Bryant. I mean, he's not. The thing is, he puts up 13 to 14 points per game. He's averaging 25 plus minutes. He can shoot the ball. He
might be the worst defensive player on the list.
But he's not your traditional center, and he's playing 25 plus minutes.
And he's never even been a consistent starter for the Washington Wizards. They were starting like Mahinmi over him, I'm pretty sure.
Thomas Bryant, listen, over the last year, Thomas Bryant has played in 56 games. He's started 46 of them. Thomas Bryant is good.
Yeah, and he's F tier. He can be good, but he can also be F tier.
Thomas Bryant's going to prove everybody wrong. Just mark my words.
Look at the guys in D tier. He's not as good as those guys.
I like Thomas Bryant. Tristan Thompson's F tier.
Yep.
He
just does the same thing. Wendell Carter's F tier.
Look at all these guys we got in F tier.
Well, they are. They're F tier. They just do the same thing. They all just roll to the basket, and sometimes some of them play more minutes than the others, so they look good. And Thomas Bryant can shoot threes, but he's getting fried by every single guard on offense. And Deandre Jordan's wide. I mean, they just all do the same thing, and they're not that good at it.
Here's my thing. You can't even compare Thomas Bryant to Aaron Baines.
Yeah, Baines is really bad, but they're all still F tier. Like, none of these guys are, like, playing more than, like, 15 minutes on, like, a contending team.
I guess.
Okay.
Like,
if we play these guys in the finals, like, none of these guys are playing, like, more than 15 minutes.
It depends on your matchup, I think. You know, I think Thomas Bryant could.
I guess, like, a guy like Looney's even worse, I feel like, than a lot of guys. But I just feel like I feel like this is the way it has to be made.
I'm fine with your upper tiers, but I just feel like, I don't know. Like, having a guy like Valanciunas in C tier hurts my soul.
But he is C tier, objectively.
On this type of a list, maybe. But he's good.
He has to be C tier.
I guess. We are going to get slandered.
The problem is Cat needs a tier of his own. No, I don't think so. I just think people always want to have stuff balanced, but this thing does not deserve to be balanced because center is one of the positions, right? If you look at the point guard, shooting guard, small forward, like probably a third of the teams in the NBA play their starting center like 15 to 20 minutes.
You're right.
And that doesn't happen in other positions.
I get what you're saying, and it makes sense. But I'm just saying this is not balanced at all. But it is what it is. It is what it is. It's not bad. It's just an interesting tier list.
Yeah, I like it. So I'm fine with it.
Well, I mean, that's going to wrap it up for our center tier list, wrapping up all the position tier lists. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Don't slander us too much, but leave your comments down below. Cat has to have a tier of his own, so if that happens, then, I mean, you just have to balance some other stuff out. But let me know you guys' thoughts on the center tier list down below. If you're a big, Tristan Thompson, Andre Drummond fan, I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry. But hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are doing it. As always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.